What up, Trent? Welcome back to another episode of Trey Sucks at Video Games. Today we're going to play Dark Souls 1. This is one of my favorite video games, so let's get started with our character creation. Your name literally does not matter for this game. You know, you can name it anything, but I'll name it Trey just for solidarity. There's a female. These are a bunch of good classes, but I think I'm going to go deprived for the culture. Gift. These are pretty good gifts. This gives you HP. This does a lot of damage. I'll explain humanities later. Binoculars let you see far. Pendant is what I'm gonna choose. But Master Key, you can open a bunch of tiny doors. Tiny Being's Ring, I don't remember. Oh, it increases your HP. There you go. An Old Witch's Ring is for lore reasons, but I'm going with the Pendant. Average is fine. Commoner, fine. I like braided. I think I'm gonna go with pigtails. Shout out to Dumb Shit's Guide to Dark Souls. What color should I go with? Let's just go brown. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's let some lore happen.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arched trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark.
Yeah. that's a good sight, isn't it?
Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords.
That's such a good shot. Look at that.
Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skins. Witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And seethed the scales betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
That's such a great opening cutscene.
dark-side brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Oh, what a great way to open this game, you know. What's crazy about it is that the first time you watch that, you have no earthly idea what you're even watching. You're like, who are these people? But once you understand the lore of this game, you really realize how truthfully epic that moment was. Also, there was a friendly knight who dropped something for us, and he dropped, let's see, what did he drop? Oh, wrong button. There we go. He dropped the dungeon cell key. All right, so we were trapped in here, and because he gave us that, we're able to get right out. So shout out to him. We'll learn more about him in a quick second. Now we're in this dungeon. Look at these guys. They're not doing too well. Look at his body. Also, look at this guy. We'll come back. We're gonna fight him actually. Guys aren't doing too well. This is actually one of my favorite tutorials of every video game because it doesn't really feel like a tutorial. It feels like you're just playing the game, you know, which I think is pretty awesome. Look at this guy. And in this game, you play as something called an undead. So there's a curse going on where you cannot die. You keep coming back to life. It's sort of like eternal life, but it's not exactly a happy life. I mean, look at us. We look terrible. You know, you can see all of our bone and sinew. You can see our spine. And this is the checkpoint system in this game. Bonfires. This is actually one of my favorite little moments in the game. So you open this door. And if you step back a little bit and look up, you see a demon waiting for you there. And the idea of it is that if you're just this ignorant player that's never played this game before, you're just like, oh, I'll just cross to the other side. What's going to happen? Oh, la-di-da-da-oh. And then you don't have a weapon to fight him with. But we're going to see if we can beat him with our little broken sword. Oh, snap. Alright, let's two-handed. Ah, it makes no difference. If we two-handed, it only does 2 damage. There we go. This guy's not too hard, but we do so little damage that this fight kind of isn't worth it. What you're supposed to do is run through this door, so I think we're just going to do that. There we go. And I don't really need this bonfire. I'll skip it. And a plank shield. It's the best we can do for now, so we're going to take it and run with it. Then we get a club. Now we have a way to protect ourselves and a way to attack the enemies that are coming after us. Starting with this guy. Rest in power, King. All right, and remember that friendly night that we actually. Let me talk about this first. There's a giant ball up here. Quick little craft. Once you know it's there, it's not hard to avoid. But this is the knight that threw us our key earlier that let us out of our cage. So let's have some dialogue with him.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I are both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Yeah, I'll listen.
I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family: "Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know." Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Thank you.
And this.
Thank you, thank you.
I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now. And thank you.
Alright, so this is our healing item for the game. You see we only have 5 charges of it. And I don't think it's ever said in this game, but this guy's name is Oscar. And yeah, he's undead as well. But he helps us out of our cage. So in a lot of ways, we owe a lot of our freedom to this guy. So thank you, Oscar, and rest in peace. He's about to pass away as soon as we walk out of this cage. Or this room, rather. Like, you heard that? Yeah, that's him passing away back here. Rest in peace, Oscar. Alright, so we'll come up here. This is the guy that rolled the ball down on us. We'll take him out real quick. We got the key now. And like I said, this is such a good tutorial. It does not feel like a tutorial at all, and yet this game is like the entire game in microcosm. There's a guy, a bunch of guys over here. Oop. I'm a little rusty. I'm used to Dark Souls 3, which is way faster than this. There we go. Rest in peace, King. And I just like to parry this guy. He's fun. And remember, we fought that big demon, and we did so little damage to him because we didn't have a good weapon, but now we have a good weapon. Now we're also in an advantageous position, so yeah. Just that little drop right there did so much damage. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. See, easy peasy. He's big, but he's not hard. And here's the big Pilgrim's Key. Let's see what this is about. Big Pilgrim's Key. Key to the inner door of the Undead Asylum main hall. Big key belonging to a chosen undead pilgrim. But this chosen undead knows not what the pilgrimage has in store. Oh, we got a humanity as well. I'll read that. Where's that at? There we go. Rare tiny black sprites found on corpses. Used to gain 1 humanity and restore a large amount of HP. This black sprite is called humanity, but little is known about its true nature. If the soul is the source of all life, then what distinguishes the humanity we hold within ourselves? Oh, we're getting philosophical. The big pilgrim key opens this door. And that is the tutorial. Nice and quick, not very hard. And if you come over here, there's actually a little secret treasure. Soul of a lost undead. What does this say? Bravery? Da Vinci? I'm using that. Oh, anyway. Here's another cutscene.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall in pilgrimage
To
to the
Lordran.
land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Also, watch this cutscene real quick. Something that's once you notice it, you'll never not notice it. All right, all right, all right. Nice view of all the lands surrounding. That's the undead asylum, not asylum. Undead bird. All right, so there's no tree, no tree. Keep looking, watch close. Look, there's no tree, absolutely no tree at all. And then boom, giant tree. Once you notice that, you'll never not notice it. But that was the tutorial of Dark Souls 1. We are now at the Firelink Shrine, and I think I'm going to call this first episode here. So thanks for watching, Trent, and I'll see you next time. Here, let's... do we have a wave? There we go. See you next time.